What's up, guys? It's your boy JohnPick with Sharp Bets DFS, back with another video to help you make money on PrizePicks and Underdog and Sleeper tonight. So I know you heard me mention a new app that we're using and that we're loving for a few different reasons. I've got some bullet points here, but I think I can do it by memory. Basically, Sleeper, the Sleeper app, is a new up-and-coming, player in the game, if you will. They offer all the same props as your PrizePicks and your Underdog and Thrive and some of the other ones, but the difference is they stay unbumped quite a bit longer. There's probably a few reasons for that. I think the number one reason is they're really trying to get their user base up. So now is the time to take advantage of it. If you decided to go ahead and download the Sleeper app, use promo code VICIOUS11. That's Vicious11, and that will match your deposit up to $100. So that's a great deal. Go check that out if you have time. If you can, check the eligibility as far as states, because I know there's quite a few states that aren't allowing it quite yet, but from what I understand, they're also going to be branching out. So be on the lookout for that. Go check it out. And this is a great example. Our first pick is a great example of why you may want to check that out, because these PrizePicks bumps are unbelievable. They waste zero time, which, we could get mad about it or whatever, but hey, if I was in their position, I'd bump that, prop as quickly as possible too. They're a business, guys. They're in the business of making money. Here's the kicker. We're in the business of making sure that we take that money from them. If you're about that, if you're about turning the tables on PrizePicks and Underdog, and now even Sleeper, there's so many now, they're just all running through my head, so sorry about that. But if you're about that, which I'm sure you are if you're watching this video, then you're in the right place, guys. There's also another place you definitely, absolutely must get to as quickly as possible, and that is our Discord, for which a link is pinned in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss any more of our videos, and check out that pinned link, right? But for now, let's go ahead and take a look at what we are going to be putting out for you guys today. The first pick is going to be Joel Embiid, now that we've found out that he is available for tonight. That's why we're doing a video a little bit late today. We wanted to get out really, really early, but we also knew there would be some issues with the Embiid prop, because he was questionable this morning. Now he is good to go. He will be available and he will be playing tonight. So we love him to go over. We loved him to go over 24.5 points. In other words, to get 25 points. Now the prop is bumped up to 25. Still love it. We're talking Joel Embiid. We're talking the MVP, right? The recently crowned MVP of the league. Congratulations, Joel. But hey, that's, seems like a pretty obvious pick there. So I don't think there's really a whole lot of need to go into why that's a good pick. Even bumped. So take it, take it. Simple as that. Joel Embiid over 25 points. All right, that's the first prop. Second prop is going to be Jaylen Brown over 24.5 points. Now, Jaylen, a lot of people are thinking, hey, Tatum's the leading scorer. He's the man. He's the one that's going to be bringing the ball. Well, not bringing the ball up necessarily, but he'll have the ball and he'll get the most usage, right? And that's Jason Tatum. True. Very true. However, the odds as far as Jaylen, and for Embiid as well, are very, very good on DraftKings. If I'm not mistaken, the Jaylen Brown is at minus 140, and for Embiid it was minus 135. So those are the numbers you definitely want to see, and kind of tells you all you need to know. But let's go ahead and take a look at what he's done here recently. Anyhow, we understand that just a couple nights ago he did kind of put us in a bad position going right under this prop. But we do not expect that to happen again. We expect him fully to tighten up, get us up over that hump and over the 24.5 points that we need him to tonight, against Philly in game 2. right? His average, though, of course, is right at about 27.2. Now, you've seen it. If you've watched any of our videos in the past, you know we are not about looking at the last 5 typically. It's during the regular season, that's almost always a bad idea. Considering it's the playoffs, this is when players really step it up. It's go time, right? It's crunch time. This is when the big players make the big time plays, right? So, looking at the last 5 is probably, this is in the playoffs, during the playoffs is probably the only time that it's a good idea to go ahead and take a look at what they've done recently, right? Now, we do know one of the reasons why looking at the last 5, having trouble talking this morning, folks, sorry about that. One of the reasons that looking at the last 5 during the regular season is not always a good idea is because of personnel changes, the difference in teams that they'll be playing. Obviously, the NBA is not a carbon copy from night to night, right? We know that. However, it's the playoffs. It's going to be a game, it's going to be a series of games against the exact same team, right? We all know that. Therefore, looking at these numbers that they've put up here recently in their last 5, absolutely applies, right? So, quick rule change on that. Guys, check out that last 5. It will tell you a lot of what you need to know for that day's game or that night's game. All that said, Jaylen Brown over 24.5 points. That's our second prop for the day, right? Both of those are very high value, as I said on DraftKings. That I think they're exactly where you want them to be. That's our only game for this evening in NBA. It should be a great one. Last night was a great game. Those tacos, man. I've always been a proponent of if you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything at all. I'll just be quiet. Tarnishing the prestigious name of Taco Tuesday, right? I think we've, or at least myself, I know I've reverted back to Taco Tuesday only applying to food. Don't care what you guys put out, PrizePicks. Man, again, I'll just, I don't need to explain why what happened with the tacos. Was not good. It is what it is. It's no longer Taco Tuesday. Now it's happy hour. So that's going to be our promo for today, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Happy hour meaning basically you can place dollar bets, which obviously the minimum normally is $5. So that's an advantage. Take advantage of that. Experiment. Put together some Frankenstein lineups, right? Go ahead and take some of the props that you wouldn't normally. Hey, look at that. Al Horford over 8.5 points. Oh, that looks kind of good. Yeah, but I don't want to risk money on it. Risk $1. You'll be all right. Right? Come on. Step out and go out on a limb there and put up your 8.5. Now, I wouldn't recommend, obviously, I was just using it as a random example. I wouldn't recommend going with Horford, being matched up with Joel Embiid. But, as a great example, here's another good example, right? Brogdon. A lot of people say, oh, yeah, he's a 6th man of the year and all that, but the guy rides the bench, right? He's not going to be a starter, so do you really want to take his points prop? Personally, I think it's a great play. But if you're on the fence about something, that's the kind of thing that happy hour is good for, is, experiment. And what I know you're not going to be out too much money if you put down $1 on these bets, guys. And if you are, please stop gambling. Please, for Christ's sake. So anyhow, like I said, it's happy hour today. I don't know that it started yet. I believe it starts at around 1 p.m. Central normally. So, take advantage of that, guys. Take that as an opportunity to, first of all, that little amount of promo money that you may have sitting there, the $2.39 or whatever, pop that in there, man. Use that out on a bet. You do some experiments. Go nuts, right? It's dollar bets. So that's another way to get your numbers even if you're kind of anal retentive like me, and you don't like to see crazy numbers sitting up here in your bankroll. So anyhow, that's what we have as far as basketball for today. There are some really, really good MLB props up as well. Ones that I personally love. I know this video isn't supposed to be about MLB, but hey, let's kill some time here and we'll go over what we may have as far as great props for MLB as well. So what I was looking at earlier today, what I like to do is really intense research as far as matchups, what hitters have done in the past against the guy who's going to be on the mound today, that kind of thing. And through my research, I've found some really, really good props. Not on PrizePicks. They're not offering some of the really good ones, obviously, because, as I said before, they are a business and they are trying to make money. You offer those, free squares, obviously, we're going to be taking their money, and they don't want that. Duh. So, but that being said, some of the better props that I've, through my research, found that I really liked, were, like, for instance, Andrew Heaney to go over 5.5 strikeouts. Love that for today. Logan Webb to go over 5 strikeouts. Love that for today. Braxton Garrett already bumped. Bleh. God, PrizePicks is relentless, man. Absolutely relentless with their bumps. It's unbelievable. Shohei Ohtani at 6.5. Look at this. Thanks a lot, PrizePicks. That's cool of you to do that. Jesus Christ. So, maybe you know, maybe you don't. Shohei Ohtani is one of the better pitchers in the league as far as strikeouts, right? One of the better pitchers overall, obviously, but as far as getting punch-outs, getting those strikeouts and whatnot, he is constantly going over 10. For him to be at 6.5 is a little bit suspect to me because that is really, really low. Do not pay attention to this. Just like in basketball during the regular season, do not go by what you see here, guys. Obviously, this man has gotten more than 0 strikeouts in his last 5 games. You're not as sneaky as you think, PrizePicks. All right, you got people like me to call you out, punks. So, love this. I think, like I said, something doesn't seem right there. I don't know why it would be all the way down at 6.5. It's a little bit worrying, but the man is constantly going over 10 strikeouts, so I'd say it's a pretty safe bet. Unless we find out he's got some kind of injury, some nagging injury going on, but from what I understand, he doesn't. So there you go. Lock it in, right? Then we've got, as I said, Andrew Heaney. I like to go over 5.5. And then you've got, as far as batters, let's see, the hitter fantasy score. What did I see earlier that I really liked? We had some props such as Estrada has been really hot, and he hits, who's on the mound for Houston today? I forget off the top of my Fromber. He hits Fromber really well. So you may want to consider going ahead and throwing Estrada in your lineup. Obviously, typically you can't do pitchers and batters in the same ticket if they are on opposing teams. Like, for instance, with Heaney, I can't do Ketel Marte, right? Of course, they probably don't have him. Let's see. Okay, Christian. Wow, they took down the Ketel Marte. Of course they did. So I can't do something like this, right? So, because Heaney is pitching against Arizona, right? Yeah, I can lock this in right here, but once I go to lock it in, it'll give me one of those neato little orange, banners saying, you cannot do that. That is not allowed. That is illegal, whatever the hell they're doing. So these are great props for today. McNeil is another good pick, I think, for today. He'll be going up against, who was it? Joey Wentz. And from what I understand and what I looked at, he has a great record as far as at the plate against him. Strikeouts, those have been pretty tricky, guys. It's pretty hard to tell when guys will strike out, but there are teams that are very, very strikeout prone. And one of those is going to be San Diego, and the other is Colorado. If you've got a pitcher going up against one of those two teams, lock that man in for strikeouts, because he's going to be punching out cats like you ain't seen before, like you didn't think he was capable of. They are just a swing-away type of team. Now, what'll happen with the swing-away type of team is one of two outcomes, right? If they're swinging at everything you throw up there, they're going to have one of two outcomes. One being strikeout, the other being home run. So it's a, all or nothing type of deal with these guys, which, it works out. Their records as teams aren't that great, but it's very early in the season. It could still go very, very differently. We never know, right? So let's recap real quick, guys. I'm not trying to waste too much of your time today. I'm never trying to waste any of your time at all, actually, but just for an example, I want to go over what we've already done. I don't want to put the props up here and leave them there because then people will just fast forward through the video, and no thanks. I'd rather you watch. So we had Joel Embiid to go over 25 points, pardon me, and Jaylen Brown to go over 24.5 points. Both very highly rated on DraftKings. Lock them in, guys. Put them in your lineup. Use one, use two, use none, whatever. Total bases. I didn't really see anything too crazy there. So now that we've gone over our props, we can come back in. Oopsies. Didn't mean to show you that. That was a little freebie there. Unintended freebie. So this is our Discord, right? As I said, guys, or maybe I didn't say actually in this video yet, it's $14.99 a month, right? $14.99 a month. Let me show you something. All this money that we make on a daily basis in here absolutely covers the $14.99. And these are tickets that we put out for guys to tail. All right? If you can choose to tail it or choose not to. That's obviously completely up to you, right? Completely up to you. But I would suggest you do. And most of the guys that are already in here will tell you the same. Always a good idea to tail. If you can, if you see something on a ticket that we put out, we're not going to get mad at you if you don't tail everything that we release, right? We understand, guys. It's no big deal. But look at some of these wins, guys. Look at some of these wins, right? $100, turn it into 1,000. Boom. Very nice, Canes. I love it. Good stuff. Another 100 into 1,000. Boom. Here you go with Villa City. Never mind. Not gonna say his name. Destroya. Then this handsome devil right here. Got some wins there. But there's some big. Okay, so check this out. This was absolutely a ticket that our resident basketball guru put out last night. Austin Reeves and Bam Adebayo, both unders, and very scary to a lot of people as far as unders, but Mr. LeBron's coach, shout out to you, brother. Big money, right? Taking 700, make it 2,100. Well, that'll make your week, right? Shit, that'll make my month. But some people, that's chump change. Not me. I'm very, very poor. Please give us money. Thank you. Look at all these wins, guys. Just look at all these wins. Look at all this money. And yes, as you can see, yesterday. This is all from yesterday, right? These are all wins that we got in our Discord yesterday. Big dubs, big wins, lots of money to be made. Come on down to our Discord, and that's where it's at, guys. That's where the money is. Come get it. $14.99 a month. It's a no-brainer. The value there is unbelievable, and anyone that has joined will tell you the same. Unbelievable value. Make your money back almost instantly. I can guarantee you that within the first month, if you don't make that $14.99 a month back by tailing our tickets, I mean, I'm not saying that you can come in there and just play whatever tickets you want. You can play a bunch of losing tickets, but we don't put out losing tickets. Do we put out some losing tickets? Of course. Not everybody wins every night. If they tell you that they do, they're lying. It's as simple as that, right? This stuff is not easy. But that's why I've dedicated my entire day, night, every day, all day, every day. All I do is try to find value for it. And our other guys do the same. Vicious does the same thing. Mr. Sharp does the same thing. We've even got guys that are tennis gurus. We've got people who do the soccer. We've got guys who help out with hockey, MMA, the esports. God, don't even get me started. I don't even know where to, if you get, once they start offering duck hunt, I'm in, right? But for now, it's all a foreign language to me. I don't know what the heck I'm looking at as far as esports, but we got some guys in there that know exactly what they're doing. Money to be made there. Come get it, guys. Tennis. Mr. Brian, shout out to Brian M. He's our resident tennis guru. We got it going on, guys, in all categories. Money to be made. We know how to make it. Come join us. Let us help you do that, right? For too long, PrizePicks has been taking your money. Time to take it back. The way you do that is join that check out that pinned link in the comments below. It's a Patreon link that for $14.99 a month, You'll get instant access to our Discord where you'll find all the tips, advice, players to tail, tickets to tail, anything and everything you could possibly need to succeed on PrizePicks, Underdog, and Sleeper tonight. That's about all I got for you today, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss any more of our videos, and check out that pinned link. And until next time, I'm JohnPick with Sharp Bets DFS. Let's get that money, son.